Happy Tuesday! It's Tuesday here in Bali, and I just wanted to speak this morning about what is being in your flow, because it's a real buzzword in the business and the entrepreneurial world recently. And being in your flow, being in my flow, is something that I have worked with for many years, and it's actually recognized now as a state. And depending on which communities and which tribes I'm speaking to about flow depends on how I explain it. So when I'm speaking to a business corporate community, I'm speaking more from the perspective of how it's not just for artists, it's not just about looking at a sunset, it's actually a state that we can decide to be in with correct preparation, and it's a state whereby you are so immersed in the task at hand, very corporate words that I don't normally use, that you become so absorbed in it that literally the ego is dropped, the mind is dropped. Sorry, I got a message through there. And Giovanna sending messages, and I'm doing a live. Hi Rachel, hi Whitney. So I was saying about being in the flow, what it is. It's really important. It's really important to understand flow, and you can work out and you can actually make a list of things to do. And I've just written a blog, 5 ways to get into your flow. But what I want you to do, and I'll post that at some point over the next couple of days underneath in the comments, but I wanted to share a story about how I was in my flow and something truly amazing happened to me. And it was actually about 6 or 7 years ago. Hi, thanks for popping in. Popping on. I want to share a true story, something that happened to me. Me and my friend used to get very excited about new health products that would come out, like really excited. Once we got into raw food and we ordered tons of raw almonds from Amazon or something, and we were so excited, like a couple of silly schoolgirls getting so excited about all these products we were ordering to start our 100% raw food diet. If you're listening, Wendy, that was you, me and you. And this particular day, Wendy sent me an article about this new water that was coming out, this new really healthy water. And guess what? I heard it was being sold in my local Waitrose. So I thought I would do something really healthy. I did something that I very rarely did at the time. I got out my bicycle and I was in the zone. You could say at that point I was in my flow. Nothing else mattered. I was 100% present and focused on the task at hand, which was going to Waitrose to buy as much water as I could possibly carry in my bag to get this really healthy water, bring it home and include it in my new healthy regime. So that's what I did. I got to Waitrose and I was kind of in a strange state of ecstasy. That's how weird I am around being healthy. And I got to Waitrose and lo and behold, the water wasn't in. Oh my God. So I went outside Waitrose and I phoned Wendy and she didn't answer, but I left her a message and I was hysterical. I was laughing, telling her about how excited I was. You know when you're overexcited you can't get your words out. This water in Waitrose, but it's not in yet. I was so excited. I was so in the zone. Bonkers, thinking back it was bonkers, but I was on a high. Now, I'll just give you the backstory to this. One of my clients had said to me that a local radio show host called Energy was potentially looking for people to interview. Now, I had this secret longing that I wanted to be a radio host. I love talking. I love talking to people. I hate scripts, as you've probably noticed. But I'm a storyteller, actually. I tell stories. I have stories about anything. If you want to know something, come and speak to me, and I'll have a story about it, and I can share the story, as I'm doing right now. So the backstory is that I had this longing and this passion to be on a radio show. So one of my clients came to me and she said, Liz, because that's what I was known as, that's what I'm known as by a lot of people, Energy is looking for people to interview on the radio, you see. So this went on for months and months, and nothing really was going on. And, you know, I was sort of think I might have messaged the radio host, but didn't hear anything back. And it was 6 months later at this point. But this morning in Waitrose, I was on this high, I was on this buzz, I was on this mission to be healthy. And I was really excited, and my energy was high, my vibe was high. And as I was leaving Waitrose on this high, sort of hearing that the water was coming in tomorrow or something, I bumped into a lady that I knew. It was another ex-client of mine. And she said to me that this energy was actually looking for somebody to potentially, you know, to interview. So I basically got his number, phoned him up, was interviewed the next week. And during the break, he asked me if I would like to co-host the show with him, because he loved what I was about. And I remember that moment, as I say that, it was like things like that didn't happen to me. Things like that didn't happen to me. And I always remember that particular day of being in Waitrose and going to get this water, because I was definitely in the flow. I was in the flow. And when you can bring yourself into that energy state, and I've said how to do it on a blog, and I'll probably do a live on it as well. There are things you can do, there are steps you can take to get yourself in the zone. And one of the things I do in my coaching with my clients is help to get them in that zone, is help to find what they're passionate about, is help to open their hearts and find what it is that's stopping them in their lives, help them to realise their dreams, believe in their dreams, learn what self-love is, and all of those things that become part of our energy field and start to, you know, we can literally start to create the life that we dream for. But most of us are frightened to dream. So much self-talk goes on in our heads, so much criticism, so much judgment, so much shame around who we are. The shame I have had around myself. Everything I teach, I have been through 10,000% myself. Like the shame, the hating the self, the self-loathing, the addictions, the low self-esteem, hating your body, all of that shit I've been through myself. It's very easy at any age to go on that downward spiral. So I'm all about helping people, supporting people find their flow, get into their flow, practice being in their flow, because when you practice anything, whether it's intuition, being in your flow, press ups, positive thinking, being real, being authentic, owning your shit, going into your shadow side and looking at the parts of you that you hate, integrating who you are, becoming more whole, being vulnerable, being honest, being real, all of those things matter. All of those things matter, whether it's in business, whether it's in private, whether it's your social life, whatever part of your life it is, it's important to become whole, that we all were born to shine. We were all born to manifest the glory of God that's in all of us, not just in some of us. We have to let our light shine. It's who we are. We're all connected to that one energy. In the words of Marianne Williamson, we are all born to shine. If you don't know the poem, one of my favourite poems, changed my life, literally. Hi guys, hi Steph, hi Brad, hi Gino. Changed my life. What was it called? Our deepest fear. Our deepest fear. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Who am I to be gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. We are all born to shine. And so the poem goes on. Goosebumps. So yeah, find your flow. As I said, I'm writing a blog about it, and I've been supporting some of my clients in finding their flow, and I've written down some of the things you can do to get into your flow. Find your passion, find the time to get into your flow, and watch how your life can become magical, hopeful, exciting, and you can create. You create. You have to be the creator of your life. No one else is going to do it for you, you know. And sometimes you have to go right down there to pick yourself up. Most people who are successful in life have experienced the opposite of being down there. And you know, I think mine started way before I was a widowed mum at the age of 25. It started way before that. I mean, life starts really before we even incarnate. But you know, we all choose to come into this lifetime with a particular body, with a particular set of circumstances, and we're all here for one thing, and that is for growth. We're here to become more of who we really are. So let yourself shine, allow yourself to shine, and learn how to get into your flow. PM me and I'll drop you the blog when I've written it later on today. Well, I've started writing it, but I just need to put it on my website. Big love to you, wherever you are, and let yourself shine.